Welcome to Davie, Florida. Today we're taking a look at this $1.49 million and what it gets you here in Davie. But first, let's start with the outside because we're nestled in between. Let me flip the camera around. Griffin and Sterling. So here there's no HOA and you're roughly on 37,000 square feet lot, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. But here they have a horse, right? Because there's no HOA, but you can basically do whatever you like. You don't have to worry about the restrictions of an HOA association. And you can keep a camper, like what we have in the distance. You can have horses in your backyard. You could do whatever you like. There's also a little lakefront property section right here that lines the south side of the property. But let's get straight to the house because the house is gorgeous. All the renovations were recently done 2025. The garage is left open because they were just sealing the flooring, it seems. You have this great lighting in the entryway. It's for sure spacious. But one of the things I love about this property is there's a hidden door, which I'll show you in a minute. A primary bedroom, there's not one, there's 2. But check out this layout. So you have the primary over there, you have the pool, you have the sink overlooking the pool, and then you have 3 bedrooms, you have another bath there, and then the garage is just around this corner. But just to start, look at this lighting, all recessed, brand new. You have this massive TV. How big do you think this thing is? It's probably 80, I don't know much about TVs, 84 inches, maybe 90. You have the fireplace. Everything is impact window, glass. So let's get straight to the kitchen. So you have this laminate wood. Everything is soft close. Again, everything brand new. You have this quartz countertop. You have these beautiful drawers for extra storage. And then on this side, here's the laminate wood. Again, deep storage. That one doesn't open, but you have this kitchen fan. And then you get gas stove. Again, brand new. Tags still on it. And then you can definitely entertain. This is enough for, you can put 3 or 4 chairs here. But you also get storage there. And then just look at the kitchen. Oh. And then this could be the dining area. More recessed lighting. So let's start in the back, because in the back there's actually a bonus room, which is, I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a second primary bedroom. So we'll start there. So you have a great view of the pool. Here you have all the bedrooms, all the closets. They have built-ins, all finished the same way, with the lighter closet and the darker hardware. And look at this bathroom. You have the recessed lighting all around. You have this porous texture, light color. Clean drain. And you have the shower. Then you have quartz countertop. Beautifully done. Here's the 3rd bathroom. Everything matches throughout the house. Here they have some cables, so you might be able to hook up some components. However, it's the bathroom, so I'd be cautious about that point, right? Because you don't want to mix moisture and electronics at the same time. And they're still working on the house over the weekend. But everything's looking really good so far. One thing I really like about this house is a lot of people cut corners when they're building closets, and there might be a gap between the seams, but this one has no gap. So it's fitted right here with the piece of wood, well, the laminate. Same on this side, so it's really nicely done. Might want to put some stoppers here, but then it might not be so aesthetically pleasing, but a gorgeous closet. So again, the same layout as this bedroom here. This here, just a flip. Actually, not even a flip, it's the same. Because you walk in and the closet is there. The camera makes it look a little compressed, but it's not a bad size. You could probably put, we could for sure fit a full-size bed. It's going to be a little tight with the queen and the king. But before we get to the pool and the primary bedroom, let's go take a look at the laundry room. Everything flows throughout, you'll see. Again, matching countertops, same doors. Everything is clean, brand new. Two full-size washer and dryer. Who doesn't like that? And then we won't go into the garage, but here you can see two-car garage. Has the window for extra light. Circuit breaker panel over there. And that's what the inside looks like. So plenty of storage space. Here's the AC unit, and just if you're curious, it was manufactured in 2018. Here we go. One single house. Again, this is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, so one single unit since it's 2250 square feet. And so we'll go to the pool. But such a great view working from the sink. Like one of the houses I did in Weston, if you want to see what the house looks like, because they're roughly similar in price. So if you want to compare, you can check out one of the listings I did. I'll link it below. Or actually, I'll link it above. So you can just click that from this video, and then you can compare what a home like in this price range gets you in Weston versus Davie. But this one is zoned for some great schools, Western High School and Pioneer Middle. So here's the lakefront on the south side. Seems as though they're going to install a shower. Massive lot. They have a great gazebo back there. The pool is long enough to where you can get a few strokes in before you got to turn. The house is has gutters everywhere. And then if you look right, I don't know how far I can zoom in, but there's a special surprise I have for you guys when we go tour the primary bedroom. So you have the backyard. We'll just go to the gazebo. A lot of shade. Tons of space. Neighbor's garage in the back. Here's your other neighbor. So here you're roughly, let's see, to Sterling Road. It'll take you about 3 minutes. There's some other large properties on good sized lots nearby. You can get to 595 in a few minutes. You can get the Southwest Ranches Farmers Market in about 5 minutes. More great schools, retail. In Davie, everything is centrally located, and you don't need to give up necessarily location to be centrally located. So if you want something that's private, exclusive, Davie is a perfect choice. So again, everything impact. So one cool thing about this house that I absolutely love is, and I wasn't expecting, it has this door right here that you can't see, but if you press on it, boom. So I really love that. And again, all soft closed doors. And then we just press it to close, and boom, fits right in. So now, best for last is the primary. And one of the great things about this primary is not only do you have tons of space, and it shows well on the camera, it's separated from the main bedrooms, so it's a split floor plan, but the bedroom, or not the bedroom, the bathroom has no lighting in it whatsoever. Well, it has lighting, but it's not turned on. But look at this gorgeous skylight. And just how it fills the room with light. A bit dreamy. Actually, just looking for the light switch. Here we go. So everything new again. Same style design. Lighting throughout the house. Same porous texture for the walls. The same draining. The same fixtures and finishes. Here you have a little shelf. But I'm just obsessed with this skylight. The downside might be you just have one sink and not dual sinks, but I mean, worst case, you can go to another bathroom, separate things. It's not the end of the world. And then look at this closet. Again, same finishes as the rest of the house. So if you or somebody that you know are looking to make the move to Davie, my name's Anthony Spitaleri with Living in Davie. Every single week I show you what it's like to look like, or not even look like, what it's like to live here in Davie, as well as what it takes to buy, pros and cons, etc. So if you're looking for all those, I'll link those videos above, and I'll see you on the next video.